Hi guys, come with me while I show you how to achieve these DIY mermaid braids. First thing I did was to section out the braiding hair I'm going to use the night before to make things easier. Then I went ahead to part my hair and braided the back of my hair. This is me showing you guys what the back looks like. After which I went ahead to start braiding up the sides. Guys, the best thing you can do if you're doing DIY braids on yourself is to section your hair out in advance, because honestly it makes the process less frustrating. And just like that, I'm done with braiding one side. If only it was that quick. I moved on to braiding the second side of my head, and honestly I was so happy when I found out there were only 2 rows left, because I was already so tired. But I kept marching on like the brave soldier that I am, period. Honestly, this wasn't the plan, but the girl in me convinced me to save the money I would have used to book a braider, did these braids myself, and then spend the money on shopping. Somebody say girl maths. I looked up to check and I still had 1 row and 2 braids left. There was so much joy in my heart when I finally finished this hair, and now it's time for me to curl the ends. I sectioned the hair into small parts, brushed them to avoid any tangles, and took my flexi rod to wrap the hair around it so I can dip them in hot water later. At this point it was already getting so dark, and I was so thankful that I was almost done with this thing. I repeated the process for all 4 parts, and I used the rubber band to secure the ends of the flexi rod because they have started getting weak, and I didn't want any of them to unravel before the intended time. This was me dipping the hair into hot water, and guys, make sure someone is always around to help you because this thing was really hot. The girl who I got the inspo from left her hair in flex rods overnight, and of course I'm going to do the same thing because I don't want my curls coming out looking crazy. This was the next morning, and I was so nervous as well as excited because I didn't know what the curls would come out looking like. This could have been a big hit or a big flop. As I started to unravel the curls, I was secretly saying a prayer in my heart, but lo and behold, after taking out the first one, I was truly impressed. The excitement made me take out the other ones very quickly, but I was also being extremely careful so I don't mess this up or make it tangle or scattered. I put some cream on my hand just so that the curls doesn't get frizzy when I start separating them. Then I started separating them. To my surprise, the hair was still a bit damp, but after finishing one side, I was so impressed and so happy, guys. Then I started separating the other sides as well. I was being extremely careful while making sure my hands were moisturized. And voila, this is the end results, guys. I trimmed out the end. This was the final results, guys. I loved it. Bye.